Nuruddin did well. So, but Richard's also doing well at his home team at the Orlando Pirates. So, the competition is on. We're looking closely. I'm not an expert on goalkeepers, so this one I mostly leave to our goalkeeper coach. But surely there's everywhere there's competition.
Well, speaking about competition, at right back, Ali Seidu, Tariq Lamptey has joined. You have Dennis Odre as well with his experience. I'm sure you are spoiled for choice going into these two matches.
Yeah, I mean to bring together the squad was difficult because some decisions were very close, and we have a player with Dennis Odre who's playing in Bruges, who's playing well in this league, but also in the Champions League, doing very well. And then the games he played for us, then we are happy to have Tariq Lamptey now, who's a solid Premier League player, really good, and I think especially the future belongs to him because he's very young, very fast, and I have to say Alido, he used his chance. He joined us in June. We had a lot of injury. First he was on standby, but he said he will be on standby. It's no problem for him. He's ready when we need him, and we had a lot of injuries, so we had to call him, and he did really well, especially in the second game. And therefore I had to find a place for him. And what's good with him, he's very flexible. He can play as a centre back, he can play as a full back, and this is also what we need. And I'm very happy that he's joining the team, and hopefully, and now also in the training, but hopefully in the games he can also show again what he can.
Just a quick one on. Just a quick one on how close it was in terms of making decisions and players who were being called. I know Joseph Paintsil was part of your last call up. How close was he to making this one?
Very close. Like I said, tough decision. The concurrent situation is even tighter now with the new players coming in. Very difficult, and especially like from what I saw, Joseph is doing well. We had, it would have been good for him to play the Japan or Chile matches, also to show more of him, but he had some little problems, so he decided to leave the team.
Yeah.
And also he wanted to start with his team in a healthy situation. This one I can understand, but surely I can just judge what I see.
Yeah.
And so at the moment I see others ahead of him, but I think Joseph is a great player, and the squad now is not written in stone. Anything can still happen. We are still monitoring all the players, their performances, so the gate is not closed.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for your time. I want to first of all ask you, you've got about 3 games to play before the World Cup, that is the friendlies. What's the approach like for you and the team starting tomorrow? What will be the approach in these friendly matches that you're going to play? That is the first question. The second question I want to ask, with the team that we are seeing now and with the ones you have just these 2 games before you name your squad for the World Cup, are we going to see any major changes, or this is a reflection of what we are going to see at the World Cup? And the last question I'm going to ask you, people are getting excited. I'm sure maybe you've also seen or read it somewhere. Kudus has been used as false 9 for his club, and so many people are getting excited in Ghana. They're like, okay, is Coach Otto Addo going to try him, or is he even thinking about trying him as false 9 for Ghana? Has it crossed your mind yet?
Okay, first one was the approach. So the approach to play games, friendly games, is always to get the connection between the players. For the players also because everybody's obviously coming from different clubs, different styles of play, different ideas, and for us it's very important to link up as a team. So we have to find the connections, we have to get to know each other, Then also the players have to know what kind of plans we have for each game. And it's very, very important for us, especially also with the new players, to get familiar with each other on the pitch, but also off the pitch, to build a team. And these matches are perfect for us, just to build these relationships, also to build these links on the pitch, and then also for us, I said before, to get answers on our questions we have, because we don't know how this guy will play this system, how this guy will play in pre-chain or four-chain, or what's better for him. So it's very, very good for us, and then also on a high level, like tomorrow, to see how people can cope with that. And the second question was what again?
Well, the team, are we going to see, because there's just this friendlies before you name your squad, are we going to see major changes, or there's a reflection of what we're going to see?
I don't know, because it's the performance which decides. It could be that somebody performs very, very bad, and then we have to think about should we replace him with somebody else, or somebody else is doing very well at this club the next month, and like I said, the door is still open, so nothing is written in stone. I think the major players are here, but surely anything can happen, and could be that there's one or two or three players who can still join the team, and this one I don't know. It's the performances of each and every player which decides how the team is being changed.
And the last question on Kudus.
Kudus, yeah. I think he has more possibilities to play several positions. We had this idea even before. I used to see him as a false nine, but we always also have very, very good strikers, and it depends on the games. It could be an option, but it could be an option. But it's, for me also as a coach, surely it's difficult to talk about tactics before the match, and so I would never say anything like he will play there or he won't play there or whatever, because it depends on the match. And then even if I know, surely I can't explain my tactic before the match.
Okay. Captain. Okay.
Andre, good to see you. Just a quick thought from you and the team. I've seen so many pictures. I've seen during training sessions, the players are smiling, all laughter here and there, and you as well. I want to get into what they are thinking currently. How is their mindset? Where is their mind now? I know that everyone will say, oh, we're focusing on the Brazil game, but from your point of view, where do we have their minds?
Well, I think if we are honest, as players, when you are 2 months away from the biggest tournament in the world, you have your sights on the tournament. You cannot run away and say you are looking at even all your league games or whatever. You're playing your games, but you're thinking about the tournament. That's normal. But as professionals, as players who need to always progress and be ready for that, we can only think about the next game coming. The next game is tomorrow, and from what I feel, the players are good. Camp is nice, and there's a lot of joy, laughter, determination. As I said, it's a big one. If there was a harder game than this one, I don't think at this moment currently exists. So it's a really good test for us to really, play with the best, fight, show what we can do with and without the ball, follow the coach's tactics, as he said, trying different things, etc., etc. We follow, we move on, we believe in what's coming. So, we are fully focused and ready for the battle.
Like you mentioned, that it doesn't get any better than this or bigger than this particular match. But do you think you look at, one will say maybe names doesn't play football, but it's also important to acknowledge your opponent. If you look at the squad that Brazil they have currently, the Black Stars equally have a good squad and quality players. But do you think the team led by you can match up to that strength?
Well, like I said before, I think before you were here, Currently,
It's like
yeah, she was like, she has to pay. She has to pay.
Apologies.
$100.
it's not a problem. 500.
Yeah, she can afford.
No, I think the team now, Brazil, I've seen a few national team play. It's currently for me is the best in the world. So we are playing the best, and we have to acknowledge that they have players playing in the top clubs, week in, week out, winning trophies, etc., etc. So yeah, we are not going to compare ourselves to them. That would be making a mistake and lying to ourselves. But yes, we are going to fight with them, and we are going to challenge, and we are going to go into the battle. That's 100%. And at the end, we'll see what's going to happen. But I believe in the squad. We have won games that people never believed we would have won in the past. And as I said, the results of tomorrow would not tell us that we are going to have a good World Cup or a bad World Cup. Whatever the result is, with time and experience, you learn that you have to be ready on the 24th of November. That's when you have to be ready. So this is going to help us to get ready for that.
Any side attraction of maybe some dance moves tomorrow? Any side attraction?
Dance move.
Yeah.
Inaki, Saisu, and all of them have come in Tarik. They gave us some dance moves yesterday, so I think they will be ready for some dance moves tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.